Hi everyone, and welcome back to Trade Precision. It's now Tuesday. It's June 28th, and it's like you can see, it's about 11:20, 11:30 in the morning, and we're setting up for a long position from 91.30 in crude oil. We've had a couple moves early. We didn't get a trade early this morning right around the open like we usually try to get, and this is the first one we've taken in crude oil. We took two trades in one in the ES and one in the Euro, and we got break even on both of those. We just went break even relatively quickly on both of those. Okay, and there now we're filled on that. We've got a 15 tick stop and 10 for the profit target. Oh, that's too high. Not going quite that high. Nope, it's down here. Yep, that's where we're going to go for. Like 91.65 for the second is what we're going to try for. So let's get this. Start to get it up there, and the first one is 10 ticks, and we're going with that moving like the stop 19 ticks behind, and I'm going to keep that as the profit target, that 65. I'm going to try to get up to that if I can. See how close I get here. Yep, that's not letting me, so I don't know if I'll get it or not, but anyway, this is a demonstration of what we do daily in the room. We took 3 trades yesterday, and 3 again today. And like I said, 2 that were break even. We paid for commissions, and this one here, we'll see what this one does. But yesterday, if you did everything, you were profitable for sure. By the end, we're getting up close to our first profit target. We got to get to 40, 91.40. That'd be the 10 ticks. We got to 9 because that's what moved up the stop on that one. And now we're back at 8. We're up 8, and we're just going for it. There, and we got filled on that. So that's great. It seems like a long time sometimes when you're sitting in it, but that's less than 2 minutes. That you get to the first profit target. And we got like 27. Was a low, so I took 3 ticks of heat. So I'm going to move the second stop to 26. So I lock in 6 ticks. Worst case scenario, I lock in 6 ticks. And that the only way to get that is if it goes below where it turned around before. But I think that's pretty amazing. Coming down on such a volatile thing as crude oil that we were able to but we were able to know. Guess, why am I saying that? We're able to know right where this thing is going to turn around. Well, I've been in the thing probably about 12-15 minutes now, and I can get that thing up. 65 is where I want to try to get to, and I'm trailing behind. I got in at 30. Now my stop's at 30 right now, and we're trying because we made it up to 49. We're trailing by 19 ticks on this. And we'll try and see if we can get this thing to get up there. That's what we're going to try to do from now on is pick a target and try to get to it. We may or may not. There's no guarantee. And depending on your aversion to risk is how much profit you'll lock in. I'm doing it automatically in this demonstration where I'm staying 19 ticks behind. That's giving me 19 ticks, and that might be too much because when you get up 19, you may want to lock in 10 or something like that. That's up to the individual people in the room or that are doing it. It's up to you when you learn the system is what you're going to do. And speaking of the room, the room will open at 8:45 again tomorrow, and we'll go till probably 1:30, something like that. Maybe we might make it up to 2:30. We'll see. It all depends on how we do with the calls that we make in the room. And we always look for one early in the day, right shortly after the open, and then we see if we can get something else, and we're trying to do. We had someone in this morning who made 37 ticks on his own because he knows the system, relatively quickly. But what we're going to try to do, what we really want to do, is try and get to the position where, we're in, and we know. Let's see, is this going to get there? Is this? It's starting to move up, and now we've locked in 7 ticks, so that'd be 17 total. Not now 19. We'll see if this thing is going to go the whole way. I don't know. But like I said, in these demonstrations, we just try different methods to see what you might be comfortable with, to give you some ideas as to what you might be comfortable with in your own personal method. We do this all for educational purposes, but what you do with it, that's purely up to you. We'll be on our own in the room tomorrow because Mario's going to be training some people, trying to get to that 65. Like I said, we're just under it. We're like 58. Missed it by about 7 up. They're up to 63. We're getting close now. There, we got it. We got filled. So okay. So like that, we got 10 and 35. So that's 45 on this one. So that's one way of doing it, everyone. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, we do a 5-day free trial. The room will be open tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you. In the live calls room, we just call the levels. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. Hope you have a great night, everyone, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow.